Second game of our series against the Midland Rockhounds. We're here at Citibank Ballpark with Steve Buechele after his team picked up a 5-2 win in the series opener last night. And once again, Boo, Carlos Pimentel looking as good as he ever has.
Yeah, I think it's right up there with one of his best starts of the year. And for Pimo, you know, games when he has fastball production, in other words, when he's throwing productive fastballs for strikes, he's been really good, and he did that last night.
And it's especially encouraging to see, considering his last two starts, he really didn't see some of that same fastball command, two of his worst starts of the season.
Yeah, and that's Pimo, the absolute number one key for him is throwing his fastball down and throwing it for strikes. And as Jeff Andrews puts it, you know, getting productive strikes out of his fastball is imperative for him. And in games when he's done that, he's been really good. And last night he was very, very good.
Have you seen a difference in him in terms of maturity at all in his 3+ years with the RoughRiders?
I have, definitely have. I think he's in very good spirits, and I don't know if that just goes along with him throwing the ball well, but he's in good spirits. He's working hard. He's had a good attitude. He's taken the ball every time we've asked him this year, and he's been healthy. So it's been a big plus for us.
You wouldn't have gotten the win last night if it wasn't for Teodoro Martinez, among a few other factors as well. But Teo with a career-high tying 4 runs batted in, a home run. I bet if you were to look back on it when we started the season, April 4th, April 5th, by June 9th, you wouldn't have said, oh, yeah, of course, Teo Martinez will be second on the team in home runs and batting average at this point.
No, I think you're right. I think he's been the biggest surprise, and you know, Teo coming into this year was probably slated to not get a whole lot of playing time or being a fourth outfielder, DH guy, platoon guy, but he's done such a good job. He's earned the right to play out there the majority of the games, and I think we found a leadoff hitter, you know, where he goes up there and he swings the bat. I mean, the one thing he does is he looks for fastballs, and when he gets them, he's not late. He's been a very big surprise, very nice surprise, and he's playing very well.
How much has he stabilized the whole lineup since he was put into that leadoff spot and has really taken off from there?
You know, and I think he's learning in the leadoff spot. I mean, you've seen a couple games where he swings at the first pitch and pops it up. You know, I think he's learning. There's a lot of learning going on with him in accordance with his great play and outstanding production. So it's been a great year for Teo, and hopefully he can keep it up. And as far as stabilizing our lineup, I think at least it gives us a guy with the potential to, you know, hit one out of the park, get on base, steal a bag, score from first on a double. He's been very valuable.
Another outfielder looking for an update on Joe Benson. When we talked a week ago, we were hoping just a couple of days to get him back for the San Antonio series. It seems like that injury has been slow to develop. Is there any worry that he might get put on the DL?
I don't think so. I think the last couple of days have been very, very positive. I think he's going to run the bases today, and you know, not to be overly optimistic, but if the running the bases goes well for him today, I think he should be cleared by the training staff and probably given the green light to go tomorrow, but we'll see how he reacts running the bases today.
And that would be a big boost for this lineup as well, considering that we thought we were going to get Hoeing back here this weekend, but he got sent up to Round Rock when he came off the DL. Yeah,
good for Jared, right? He thinks he's coming back to AA, gets the call that he's going up to Round Rock, so we're all very happy for him. And you know, and Joe Benson's just been chomping at the bit. I think he's been very frustrated with the injury, and you know, if he can do anything near what he did in those games when he was active for us, it'll be a big boost for the lineup.
Here with RoughRiders manager Steve Buechele, another player I'm sure you were very happy for was Chris McGinnis, who on Friday became the 100th former RoughRider to make it up to the big leagues. He was, you know, really the steadiest guy on the team all of last year, I would say. Yeah,
I think maybe take away the first month as far as being productive, knocking in runs, but throughout the course of the season, he probably was a stabilizing force in our lineup from start to finish. And I think if you look at that Ranger lineup this afternoon, you see McGinnis and Larry Garcia and Profar and Justin Grimm. I mean, 4 of them right off the top of my head that were in our uniform here last year. So that's pretty neat to see.
Also, Brad Hawpe actually made his re-debut in the big leagues yesterday for the Los Angeles Angels in their doubleheader in Boston. I know it's not the same as McGinnis, a guy who was homegrown and a younger guy, had never gotten a shot, but still, you must be happy for Brad, given that he spent 2 months on this team last year and was a really good veteran influence.
Yeah, he's a great influence. The guys loved him. He was great with the guys. You would have never known he was a Major League All-Star, and I had not known that until you just told me, so I'm sure that everyone in our clubhouse and myself especially are very happy that Brad's fought back and got himself back to the big leagues.
today Tyler Tufts gets the start for you. He's coming off maybe the best outing of his career in San Antonio on Wednesday. Anything different about that start from what you saw from Tyler?
Other than the fact that you kept his sinker down and his sinker's coming back, I think, Tuffy's had that from that injury last year, the illness which was very threatening, life-threatening for Tyler. I think he's still feeling some residual effects of that and getting his strength back and being able to keep food down. And it's just been a tough battle. And I think from the time it happened, the doctor says it would be a year, maybe more, until he starts feeling better. And we're getting to that point. So I think maybe Jeff, he's getting his strength back, and Jeff's done a great job of not overloading him. But certainly when he has his strength back and his sinker's working, he can get some easy outs and be productive.
Is it tricky to manage him a little bit, given that I think last time you expected him only to go 3 and he ended up going 5? Do you just wait and see when he gets to a certain point in the game? Can he come back out?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a double-edged sword what we go by, either pitch count or how he feels. I think Tyler's pretty honest with us about how he's feeling. I don't think Jeff's going to overload him with a big pitch count. So both of those things come into play.
You're getting close to the end here in the first half. How much of a focus do you have on the standings and what Corpus is doing at this point? Because it seems like we've been running on a treadmill here with this team with the way Corpus has played.
Hats off to that team. I mean, to Corpus is what I'm talking about. I mean, I think we went on an 8-2 run in 10 games and didn't pick up a game on them. And we feel like we're still playing pretty good baseball, and we lose a couple of games in the standings. So focus on the standings, I really don't. I mean, we see it. We get our stat pack every day in the office, so we know exactly where we stand. But I certainly have no focus on that. I'm more concerned about us and what we're doing on a nightly basis.
Boo, congrats on the win last night, and best of luck as you push through this final stretch here in the first half.
All right, thanks, Alex.
That's Steve Buechele. We're back after this on the Frisco RoughRiders Baseball Network.